red score is rightly updated as 1-0. He's a young man in his early 20s, actually known as Rashid Wagaba. He grew up in the city of Kampala when he learned to play pool at a relatively good level around 2016. One of his managers, that is Robert Masiani, nicknamed him Dog City, because according to him, he was like a dog moving around the city of Kampala looking for places where to play pool. That is the origin of the name Dog City. That is the time when he was signed up as an under-18 player by Capital Knight Pool Club, one of the better pool clubs in the country of Uganda, in the city of Kampala during that time. And already by 2017, he helped them to win a league title in the senior pool league. He was teammates with the likes of Ibrahim Sejemba, William Kanyesije, Mustafa Bwire, Tony Kasozi, and the like. And he was the fourth on the top scorers list as they won the 2017-2018 pool league with his team Capital Knight Pool Club. After 2018, of course, in came COVID, he went to participate in the East and Southern Africa Pool Championships, a tournament that was organized in Lusaka at the OIDC. He remained in the country after being signed up by Spice Pool Club. In Zambia, he helped them in the Zambia Pool League, where he stayed for 2 years. He returned to the country of Uganda in December 2022, and he played in another season in the Uganda Pool League with the Upper Volta Pool Club and helped them to finish second on the league log behind Mbali Pool Club. Since his return from Zambia to Kampala, he has won a number of competitions, including 2 weekly competitions organized at Lamarios, but more importantly, he won the Easter Cup competition that was organized at Coma Gardens in Matuga, Easter Monday last year. He also won the Black Sheep Arena opening tournament in March 2023. He then traveled in the middle of the year to Kisumu in Kenya, where there was organized a 64-man competition, the V8 pool competition at Rakatak Pool Club, and he won it very convincingly, though the final was rather very narrow, where he defeated Lugola Simon 9-8 in the final. To date, it is the last tournament he has won. By his very high standards, he has been missing in action, especially in terms of victories in those tournaments. Rather, he became signed up by his manager, who I think is watching, the talent management agency that is run by Akim Kigondu, a Ugandan based sometimes in Kenya, sometimes in Uganda, also managed here locally by a one Stephen Sentonga. That's the management team that is in charge of this guy. They are responsible for his upkeep, his day-to-day life, their stake for his money matches. They move him around the continent. They organize money matches like this one. They keep him in check as a player and as a human being. On the contrary, his opponent, Hazard Lukomwa, actually Azali Lukomwa, original names, hails from the Masaka district in central Uganda, came to the city of Kampala in the ghettos of Katwe as a very, very, very young kid. He became a trainee with Takers Pool Club in Kampala Central in the Uganda Pool League around 2015, and by 2016 his talent was already there for everyone to see. Barely had he become a starter with his pool team, that is Takers Pool Club, than when he invited the whole country of Uganda to many matches, and believe you me, he won most of them, including and some of the most notable victories he had. He defeated the likes of Ivan Kanyesi, the likes of Sula Matovu, Fahad Sewankambo, Alfred Gomekiriza, amongst others. Then that was the Hazard Tour of Uganda as it became known. Then later 2016 he proceeded to Nairobi, Kenya, and played many matches, 4 of them with some of Kenya's best players, and won all of them, including matches against Ben One, Fred Crash Karanja, and twice against Henry Mwangi, who was then Kenya Seed 1. And these are performances which prompted the Uganda national technical team to invite him for national team trials. Hazard, and when he was invited, he passed them with flying colors. So in 2016, after passing those national team selection trials, he was invited to the Uganda national pool team, and he was part of that team that won the All Africa Pool Championships on home soil after defeating South Africa in the final. Since then, he has proceeded on to be one of Uganda's better players. It took him a lot of time to make his mark in the big competitions. He has not yet won a tournament organized by the Pole Association of Uganda, but he has reached 2 finals and lost both of them. One of them, the King of the Table Championship in 2022 December, where he lost the final to Ibrahim Sejemba as he equalizes to make it 1-1. The other was the just concluded Nile Special National Open Pool Championships organized at the MTN Arena in Kampala, Lugogo, where he lost out to Caesar Chandigarh in the final. He has won a number of weekly competitions and privately organized events, 2 weekly comps at Amigos, and of course the 32-man double elimination tournament that was organized last year at Diplomat Billiards Cafe in Kajansi. He is part of the league winning team of that is Mbali Pool Club. He is also one of those Ugandans who were the first to play semi-professional pool outside the Ugandan soil, both in South Africa and Zambia. He is the first to respond to Dog City's invitation to play many matches with all East African players. They are racing to 13 and they are currently drawing 1-1. 2-1, Dog City up. Should Dog City win this match? Yes. Should he win this match? Maybe even when he doesn't, or if he doesn't, there is a big likelihood that Ibrahim Sejimba may be the next opponent. That is the communication I'm getting from his management. The umpire of the day is none other than Hadija Nachiride, one of the female umpires. Only 2 female umpires serving in Uganda. She officiates up to the top matches organized in Uganda. Actually, she officiated up to the final of the National Open Pool Championship. Thank you for watching. Lukwago, Chiza, Pioneer Hamidu, TJ Zambia, Wanop Dennis, always watching. Hiloni Thais, Alexander Eric, and all of you. We are already in a few hundreds, hoping we shall get to more and more hundreds as the match progresses on. I hope you people are finding no problems in the quality of the video. From where I'm watching, it's okay. I hope that from where you're watching, it's okay as it is here. If you want to watch this action, we are at Dice Lounge in Munyanya. To watch it by your eyes, you have to be in and around the Kampala. Munyanya is a suburb of Kampala, about 10 to 15 minutes from the city center. Near Shell fuel station is Dice Lounge, and the entrance is absolutely free. I can see between 60 and 70 people, though they are behind the camera, are here watching. I thank the management for accepting not to have music because it affects videos. Sometimes it even affects the channel. It can even lead to closure of the page itself. But there is also a speakers nearby, that is near the venue is the Commonwealth Speakers Conference, that is speakers of parliaments in the Commonwealth nations. So the place is kind of VIP, lots of security around. So it will be good for us, so these guys to play fast enough, then people can travel home as early as they can. Meanwhile, Hazard is 2-1 down. It is Dog City leading. This match has to show us what provoked him, what preempted him to invite everybody to these money matches. The last time he participated in action, Dog City, things did not go that well. His trip to Zambia and Zimbabwe did not produce all that good results. He was eliminated in the last 16 in the double elimination comp at Billiards Cafe in Zambia, and in the last 16 in the Queen's International double elimination comp, and came back to Uganda, where he participated in the Polar Session of Uganda End of Year Championship, where he lost out to the eventual winner Bwanika Mansour, but that was first round when Dog City was defeated, while Hazard lost out in the round of last 32 to Kenya's Geoffrey Kibet, also known as KK. But here he is on black. I think there is sight, he can sink it in the center pocket, and he does it. It seems this match is going to be as close as we anticipated that it would. Hazard 2, Dog City 2. They are racing to 13. They are allowed 2 timeouts during the match, and they should be joint timeouts. That is what the umpire communicated. And it is Dog City to break. Thank you, Ryan Sichi, watching from Zambia. Freddie K, Chelsea, thank you for watching. Izino Firebase, you are supporting Dog City. Franklin De Bruyne asking why he is called Dog City. Like I said, his first manager, who was called Maseani, when he was starting to play with the Capitolite Pool Club in Kampala, nicknamed him Dog City because he saw him like a dog that always moved around the city of Kampala looking for money matches, looking for people to play with, to play pool with, looking for people to gamble with in the sport. That is where he got the name Dog City. Players seem to be respecting each other big time. We are not so aggressive as their potential can be, but I know as time goes, they will get more and more and more aggressive, especially Dog City. Hazard is an attacking player too. The difference with his attacking play is that he likes to be very elaborative. He very rarely plays that white ball in the middle. He normally hits it in the side. Someone will say he plays the difficult way. I don't blame him that much. That's how he wins, that's how he loses. He shed a tear when he lost the car, when he lost the final of the car competition, the National Open, to Caesar. And the word that got to me is that his manager, Mark Kato, the owner and director of Dice Lounge, a tycoon in Kampala, promised to buy him a car to compensate for those tears. Here he is after playing that opening shot. The game is now there for the taking. By the way, these two players did have this argument during their stay, especially in Zimbabwe. Remember, they were in Zambia and Zimbabwe for 3 weeks. They argued over having this match. They are friendly, but there is banter between them. But the two of them wanted to first play with Kasozi. Somehow, they are taking each other on first. But I know that Kasozi must be in the pipeline for Dog City. And for Hazard too. And I know Kasozi, you are watching. Here he is on the block. This is his home table. It is where he trains. It is where he practices. It's where he stays most of the time. And he sinks in the black and leads for the first time in the match. Hazard 3, Dog City 2, race to 13. Believe you me, there are a few top players in the building. Moses Omara. Remember the guy who defeated Ibra in the National Open, the car competition? He is watching. The PAU end of the year champion, Bwanika Mansour, because he knows he is on the list of invitees for Dog City. He is in the building, he's watching the match. And yes, Chandiga Caesar is in the building, he is watching. He has traveled the distance from home to this place to watch fellow shooters and to watch potentially his next opponent in a battle. So if this is a movie, Dog City is the film star. And there is a fear that the film could end should the film star die, should Hazard kill him. But I also know that he has very solid management who will stick by their word. Even if Hazard wins this match, Dog City will proceed with matches against other players. They took that big decision to have home disadvantage, if I may call it. This is where Hazard plays and practices each and every day. the skill to draw the white ball backwards, bouncing it off the cushion to open up the red ball. Did not work out for Hazard. He has effectively played himself in some kind of trouble. And his facial expression says it all. He needs some magic. I think he's trying to make a cut, put it or set it in the corner pocket closest to your screen on the right. There is some space, but I don't think it is space big enough to pot, but maybe to set, to leave it packed near the pocket. And he fails. Advantage Dog City. Dog City is being simply invited to go for this game. In normal training practice, he would finish this game 9 times out of 10. In a match under pressure, I'm not so sure. What I'm sure is that it's only one thing on his mind: to finish this frame in the current visit of the table. The two players faced off in a final of a comp organized at Amigos just before the national team went to Johannesburg. That one was won by Hazard. Also, as Hazard won the 32-man Double Life comp at Diplomat Billiards Cafe, he defeated Dog City in the semis. Dog City, has not been playing at his best in the recent past. He is too good to go 6 months without victory. In fact, of all the recent money matches, the one he won convincingly was 13-3 against, guess who, diehard Ishmael Mtetwa, the South African, whom Dog City defeated at Flintstones in Zambia. And this clearance has been nothing short of exceptional, and it is the equalizing game for Dog City. Scores at 3-3. Four reds are potted on the break, and one yellow, leaving an open table. But it's a bit difficult to choose a choice of balls. He's going for the yellows. He's ignoring the fact that he sunk in 3 reds. One of those decisions He's deciding to play the bad ball first. Seems to be changing his mind. Remember, he sunk in 3 reds and went for the yellows. And he knows that should he fail to sweep this frame, maybe Hazard will sweep it. Very, very, very good shots. For the first time, a round of applause from the fans. Remember, this place is a Hazard place. It is his place. He is the home guy. It is one of those rare things when fans applaud their opponent. Dog City is a bit lucky here to not to have himself snookered. Come to Dice Lounge near Shell Fuel Station, Monyonyo, just 10 minutes by motorcycle outside Kampala City, and you are good to go. Watching this action exclusively free. Wonderful. Dog City regains his lead. The gentleman in that checked shirt passing through the arena is Chairman Mark, the proprietor of Dice Lounge, both the venue and the building, manager of Hazard. These are very important people to these players. They manage them as sportsmen and as individuals. You will agree with me that Hazard is a very different person. Those who have known his history, the guy today and the guy 5 years ago, are very different people. Hazard sinks in 2 yellows on the break and will definitely be going for the yellows. Someone count for me the number of apples. Maybe we are getting maybe 2 apples in a row, maybe. According to the terms that were agreed upon by the umpire, they should be having the first time out of the match. It's a joint timeout with both players leaving the table for 5 minutes together. And they'll be having 2 of them. He's going for the yellows, must sink in. Sinks in both yellow and red, and that means the table remains open. The table remains open. He's free to go for yellow, he's free to go for the red. He can play red to pot yellow, he can play yellow to pot red, but he cannot play black to pot yellow, unfortunately. It is almost impossible to pot yellow. Maybe he can play the yellow that is closest to your screen off the cushion and sink it in and make sure finishes off the frame. Does exactly that. Unfortunately, the movement of the cue ball collides with the 2 yellows farthest from your screen, in the background of your screen, and dislocates them. Maybe Hazard is in trouble. Unless he makes a pot. Which he does, but once again, he's not lucky with the next white. He only focused on trying to pot. Of course, it's understandable. It was difficult given the positioning of the balls for him to pot and find cue ball for another pot, an easy pot. Maybe he can play a safety shot if he has sight of the more distant yellow from the cue ball. Maybe he can play a bank shot. Maybe he can go for the same center pocket where he has just spotted. I think it's what he's doing with white ball, trying to bounce it off the cushion to get white ball for the next. If he pulls it off, it will be a very, very good clearance. Surely it won't come easy, but it's possible. And misses the target. Advantage once again, Dog City. Very important frame this. Remember, there was agreement that after 8 frames they get their first time out. So it is always important when you are the player to win the last frame before the timeout, because you leave the table and return with momentum on your side. He means business. I know you must be watching Manager Kim Chigundu, the person responsible for the recent uplift of Dog City's career to the level where he can invite an entire region of East Africa to money matches. No player is exempted. And actually, these money matches involving this guy could go on up to beyond Uganda. I also once again want to thank you personally, Kim Chigundu, for your contribution towards my trips to Zambia and Zimbabwe last month. Courtesy of you, the Sport One. For 3, Dog City in the lead. He will want to try and prevent Hazard from equalizing, such that he rather increases his lead to 5-3. He took a big risk starting this money match invitation against a player of Hazard's caliber at his own home ground. Maybe the best shot could be a safety. Just play that red ball, not report it. If he pots it, he must make sure that he goes for the game. Sinks it in. The intention was to open up the second red. It would have been a very exceptional shot had he pulled it off. Now there is nowhere to hide. I think he wants to bank that red ball in the corner pocket on the right of your screen, with the white ball bouncing off the cushion in follow motion. Not accurate. Advantage now, Hazard. The difference between a victory and a defeat when it's players of this level is normally very minimal. It's now Hazard's game to lose. Hazard plays the safety and it's unable. Thank you for watching. Tony Sebulime, Valeria Crush, Onoba Simon is in our Firebase. Manager Stephen Austin, manager of Caesar, thank you for watching. You say they are not inviting Team the Scorpion. For me, from the poster I see, nobody is exempted. I just have a thought, a strange thought in my mind that they want to play Caesar, but maybe not now. Maybe in the near future, maybe not now or next week, but maybe in the coming few weeks. Next in line, they talk of Ibra. Shot is fine. All Hazard needs to do is to use the least minimum energy to sink in that yellow, and white will move naturally just like that. Up against the black for an equalizer, and should he lose this frame somehow, he will have himself to blame. When you are at the home table playing on your home ground, you can never have an excuse for missing a ball like that one, especially when it is the black, especially when the stakes are as high as they are now. Unfortunately for him, his opponent also misses. And the players, I think, are deciding that they don't yet need the timeout, and I agree with them. No big need, really. And in the meantime, as we proceed with this series of money matches, film starred by Dog City, there is a comp next weekend. 64 men invited at Tickles and Jiggles in Kampala. Cool cash prizes for the top 4. It's a 2-day comp, Saturday and Sunday, that is 20th and 21st. And yes, it's the beginning of their comp. The venue is Tickles and Giggles in Chiwatule. A registration fee is 30,000 Uganda shillings, the equivalent of just around $8. The cash prize for number 1 is $400, with the prizes going on up to position number 4. So far 32 players have registered. If you can be the 33rd if you want. 0773 20 39 78. The number once again 0773 20 39 78 is where you send 31,000 shillings to. That's of course if you are in Uganda. If you are not, you will be watching all the action live and exclusively free on your phone, on your laptop, on your smart television. Valeria Crush asking about ladies. There will be some ladies, but what shall be planned for them shall depend on how many of them register. But you are free to register as well. Yes, Valeria, feel free to register. Spina Shamila, you say you want to pay for me to play? Sorry. Benjamin, who is connected from Zimbabwe, thank you for watching. Sabuda Bakerman, thank you for watching. Wanoba Simon Jimeo, thank you for watching. Izino Firebase uploading Dog City's performance. Karanja Peter from Kenya, always watching. Thank you and welcome to the stream. Mambo Svosve, you say you are sure that challenge of forgetting things you can see, even the step a confused adult. Wow. Jason Mupambari watching from Harare, Zimbabwe, thank you for watching. Mustafa Sid, yeah, asking when I'm streaming Dan versus Pacquiao, when they play. I think they should be playing later this week. That one shall also be coming to you live. Wema Gonzagira Hill. Thank you for watching. Jason Mupambadi. I'm not so sure that shot was perfectly effective. One thing I know is if Hazard has sight of the entire ball, he will pot it hard. White ball bouncing off the cushion, drawing it backwards. Exactly. Very, very good shooting. I think this shall go down as the best clearance he has had all match long. Each of these players will be fancying their chances to win this match, as if he has snookered himself in the jaw. Sometimes these are the chances that players give out, which later come back and haunt them. When you are about to lead 5-4, then you go down 5-4 yourself. His best bet is to play a mass shot, white ball curving around that jaw, and hopefully for him finding that black ball. It's not an easy shot, but maybe it represents his best opportunity, at least to avoid fouling. He had a lot more energy than he needed on that follow shot. He is indeed going for the mass shot by his body language. Changes his mind, he goes for the angle. He will want to play the white ball off at least 3 cushions. Try and find that black one. Oh, it would have been a lovely one. He unfortunately misses advantage. Dog City. The intention for Dog City was to use that red ball to open up the black ball for him to go for the game. That black ball remains frozen against the cushion. I don't know whether he will maintain the decision to simply go for the game, but he is an attacking player. No prizes for guessing what he's trying to do. He's fancying his chances to put even that black, riding it against the cushion. Easier said than done. He will simply roll that one in. The moment of truth, he must roll that ball and must use little energy such that if he doesn't pot, he leaves it for his opponent to pot. He sinks it in and leads once again. It's 5-4. If you're just joining the stream, we are having a money match. The last 2-3 posts on this page were indicative of Rashid Wagaba, the guy nicknamed Dog City, who is wearing a light blue t-shirt, who invited all players from around 6 countries, by the way, including Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, and Sudan. He says everybody who has a passport from Eastern Africa, you are welcome to a money match. The venue is negotiable, stake is negotiable, and preferably wants home and away matches. The first player to respond to that call was Lukomwa-Hazard, and they are racing to 13, and there is $600 in consequence for the losing player. And the 9 games played so far, Dog City leads 5-4, and yet they are playing at Hazard's own home turf. Dice Lounge, Munyonyo, Kampala. The umpire is Hadija Nachiride, one of only 2 female umpires under the Pool Association of Uganda. I wasn't able to stream the Eswatini Pool Festival, of course, because of expenses involved in travel. But next time, maybe. Here is Dog City trying to make advantage of a foul break by Hazard. Big shot he needs here. And a big shot he has played here. For as long as there is enough space between the second red and the cushion for the first red to pass. Oh no, it was too much of a follow. He will want to sink it in, make a maximum cut. It won't come easy. He sinks it in. How good is the white? Good enough. Somewhat lucky. Lucky enough for him not to put that cue ball in either of the center pockets. And black is sunk in, white is safe. Dog City 6, Hazard 4. Some classic pool starting to come out of these players. They are both offensive players. The difference is that Hazard is more elaborative in attack. Dog City to break. This Dog City guy is capable of frustrating his opponents with just attacking play if his game is on. You can't believe he has had 4 victories over Caesar in the year 2023. But Caesar has had 6. At one time their head-to-head performance was 4-4. Before Caesar defeated him in 2 comps in a quick succession, including the National Open, which is the car competition he won. He's in the venue and watching these guys. Play the white ball backwards inside motion on the right and the left. Open up the black. The opening was effective. The pot was inaccurate. Advantage Hazard. Hazard must win this frame. Dog City is not the right opponent to go 3 games down against. But also, while he has proved his prowess in tournaments, of course, excluding the recent 3, 4, 5 months, Dog City, his performance in battles has not been that good. He lost to Ibrahim Kayanja Musilamu 13-11 sometime last year. Lost to Royd Kabwe as Hazard puts off the cushion and gets an applause from the fans. Dog City also lost to Royd towards the end of his stay in Zambia, which lasted a week after playing the Double Elimination Cup at Billiards Cafe late last year. And yes, he also lost to Ronnie. His recent win in a money match of this sort was big win 13-3 against Ishmael Diehard, who I suspect is watching, by the way, and promised to come to Kampala to take on everyone. And he says after beating Dog City, Hazard, Computer, Kasozi, then he will stake that money against Ibra and Caesar. After Hazard takes us through that wonderful clearance, pulls one back. 5-6. When the 8 ball, the black ball, is potted in the break, it is called a void break, and the same player breaks again. It is irrespective of whether they potted a ball or not, whether white ball was sunk in or fell off the table, or a ball or 2 fell off the table. The same player breaks again with 1 visit. Hazard this time fouls on the break. It has pretty much been his undoing. Maybe he would have been ahead, maybe he would have been level, maybe something different. His breaks have not been on, not really. Tricky looking game But with the 2 shots, a player of this level has only one thing in his mind: to finish off the frame. First shot is an opening shot which leaves the game more open, especially the Reds. But should he finish them off, then you definitely realize the black is positioned very tricky. So it's a lot going on in his mind. The 3 balls in the center pocket are positioned very tricky. Now 2. I think he is making the decision to play one of them in the corner pocket, in the far corner pocket. I'm not even very sure he has enough sight of it. Finds the pot. White ball not in his favor. The positioning of the ball is no longer in his favor. He needs a big shot, and he has produced a big shot. White ball is tricky. All he can do is to pot, which he does. By his body language, I think he wants to bank that black ball in the corner pocket on the right of your screen, the closest right. As if he's changing his mind. He knows it's a shot that could make him, or it's a shot that could break him. Plays it hard. Pots it luckily in the corresponding corner pocket. Either way, there is no bad win, they say. Dog City and now leads 7-5. 2 players slept in the same house for 2 weeks in Bulawayo. They trained together, but they always had arguments between each other regarding who was the better player. So no wonder that when Dog City made this money match invitation to these players, Hazard was the first to respond. And how beautiful it is that now we are being treated to this quality pool. Both players are taking time between shots, but what they are displaying is quality pool. I believe you are enjoying what you are seeing. The only difference is that they are not as fast as Jinte or Ganda, but they are executing quite well. Thank you. Marshall Dennis supporting Dog City. Shafiq Walusimbi says Dog City is tough today. Honorable Simon Jimel says Dog City is too lucky. Isaac Matikse is waving the dog. It seems the majority of people in comment section are supporting Dog City. Who is attempting another one visit clearance. He has treated us to about 3 or 4 of them so far today. Wonderful shooting this. And some of the fans are starting to respond by barking like dogs. Sign that they are starting to support this guy. Not an obvious shot, this next one. He has to roll that yellow ball and must not lose his white ball, and yet he can't prevent it from having a big bounce off the cushion. But he can control the direction in which it moves for as long as it doesn't affect his target. This is top shooting from this guy. He is against the black and sinks it in once more. Dog City 8. Yes, 8. Hazard 5. Starting to become some kind of embarrassment to Hazard. He is playing on his own table. His own manager has arrived and is watching him losing game after game. Hazard won a money match here. Maybe he didn't win. He was tying with Kasozi that game, which ended prematurely. Then his management, after appreciating his performance, decided to give him the stake, saying to them he had won. Then he later lost to Mansour 16-12. The Kasozi game was aborted at 12-12. But also this is the place where Hazard lost very bigly against Eden, 16-2. Yogera kuna abantu
mwebale kula apuru amanya agange bagaleke
owagirani
nze mpagira akulembedde
yani
Dog City
Mansour
Wanchisewo
muzanyo kwogerako
muzanyo ki guno gwennyini gwe tuli sina kyenkwogerako kyamaanyi naze kulabako
awangula omwaka omugambayo ki
awangula yenna kale aliwo tusobola ozannya yenna aba awangudde
Mansour says whoever wins or loses the match, he wants him. Lawrence, tokyali muwagizi oli muzanyi gemo jogerako
gembazanya bulungi anaaba n'omukisa ajja kulya bonna bazanya sibuga
gekadde ogakutoka eyimba
eggwanga yonna tulimu abazanyi bangi era ojja kulaba abaagala omuzanya nga bamuzanyi.
That is Lawrence. He's kind of shy. The guy who came fourth in the National Open Deca competition. Also, the guy who came second in the end of year comp. He's shy to say he wants to play Dog City himself, but Mansour is not shy at all. He says either of the two who wants to play with him, he's more than ready. So by that, I think we can expect some action from Dog City against Mansour, especially should he win this match. Like I told you, this one is a movie being film starred by Dog City. The movie sometimes can end if the film star dies at the start of the movie. That is technical shooting from Hazard. It is something that has been lacking in his game today. Now he realizes that his opponent is shooting better and is going for plan B, starting with this frame number 14. And Dog City responds by opening the pocket that had technically been closed by Mansour. Whether or not he intended to pot is something else, but the shot is nonetheless effective. And I know Bukenya Moses will be happy with a shot like that one. Good shooting. That the resting position of the cue ball, I am sure, is not where Hazard wanted. He will have to pull off another big shot. This time the white ball has to bounce off the cushion, but he must avoid that same white ball contacting any of Dog City's yellows. And in trying to do that, he misses the target. Dog City is starting to see where he's going. When you are shooting well, it is further motivation when your opponent is giving away opportunities. Advanced Talent Agency is the name of the agency that is running talents of players including Dog City. They are also venturing into other sports, and other talent activities outside sports. I also understand they want to recruit another player on board, but so far Dog City is their lead player. He's never afraid to try out a shot which is difficult on the eye. As long as he believes it is possible, he will try it out. That's how he wins, that's how he loses. His next shot will simply be to roll that yellow ball, or maybe play it hard enough and put both balls in the same pocket, which is what he's doing, and it is what he's executing very accurately. No prizes for guessing. His next move sinks in the black. 9-5 Dog City in the lead, and Hazard rightly asks for 3 minutes out, which the umpire Farida Nachidede rightfully grants. Here is the zoomed scoreboard. Clearly, Dog City, with all intention, all the design to run away with this match, it seems he has no intention of losing. And we shall wait to see what will be in store for Hazard after that timeout. In the meantime, we shall be stopping the video, which shall be resumed when the match proceeds, resuming in exactly 4 minutes.